Welcome back into the world of Uno X, guys, and it's a big one today because we complete our transfers ahead of Season 2. Of course, we've already completed the signing of Kasper Askren, cannot wait to see him in the colours of Uno X, and I'm even more excited about Jürgen Nordhagen, not gonna lie. But first, we head to France for a race I'm not even going to try and pronounce, but 4 flat stages on the menu, including a 23km time trial, which will be key to deciding the GC. We sent Søren Werenskjold here as our big leader, and his main rival looked like Arnaud Démare, but I also spotted a certain Rasmus Søjberg Pedersen on the start list, who of course is one of the riders I've been considering signing. The first stage started in lovely France, and there was a split in the peloton which I took advantage of by putting our guys on the front, essentially reducing our GC competition to 40 riders. The sprint came and the lead out was going pretty well until Fredheim was blocked in, and we just never really recovered, to be honest, with Werenskjold only 7th, 3 places behind a certain Søjberg Pedersen. A pretty poor start considering we're the best sprinter on paper at this race, and the next stage was even worse. We were so far back in a technical run-in and finished absolutely nowhere. So this time I used our guys on the front early to try and stay in a good position. But to be honest, this backfired and meant we had absolutely no lead out. 11th place. An absolutely abysmal 3 stages, but we were only 12 seconds back on Mathis Grissel with the time trial left. We had 20-year-old talented TTer Carl Fredrik Bevel, who passed 3 riders en route to securing the provisional best time, but he was a little far back in the GC. Guys, I literally played this entire TT at ×1 speed with Werenskjold, and despite a -1 day, he almost caught Søjberg Pedersen up the road and went into the lead, winning the stage. So a pretty pathetic effort in the sprints, it has to be said, some work to do there, but we end up with a 1-3 in the GC at the French race that will not be named. Anyway, it's transfer time. Here it is then. You guys know the situation. We have 8 points remaining on our dossiers. I ask you, should we focus on new youngsters like Søjberg Pedersen, who we just saw at that French race, as well as the likes of William Bloom-Levy, who won that beautiful stage at the Tour of Denmark? Or should we bring back the captain himself, Captain Price? And the comments were pretty overwhelming, I have to say. Captain Price, you will not be coming back to Uno X. At least not for now. Anyway, we wish you the best, Captain Price. We salute you and maybe see you somewhere down the line. Anyway, before looking into signing these guys, there's another name I really want to look into. And that man is, of course, Albert Withen Philipsen. This guy is still 17 years old, but he's only a week away from turning 18. He is probably the most exciting junior around right now, and luckily for us, he happens to be Danish. We can't even see all his attributes yet, but 72 medium mountain at 17. The rest all are in their 60s or the high 60s, so he is clearly very good in game as well. I want this man as a Uno X rider. 1 dossier point is all it's going to take, and that is perfect for me. So of course, we're going to get him on a 3-year deal. I think teammates should be fine for now. 2,500 per month, and Albert Withen Philipsen is joining Uno X, and that could be the most important signing of this career. Okay, that now takes us to 29 riders for next season. I don't really want any more than 30, so that means we have a very tough decision to make, because that probably means I can only get one of Søjberg Pedersen or William Bloom-Levy, and I want both of them in my team, but I don't really want any more than 30 riders. This is so difficult, guys, because I'm comparing the riders on screen right now, and there is literally nothing to separate the two of them. Maybe Søjberg Pedersen, a slightly better sprinter, but considering it's not much in it, I feel like we should be loyal here. And we should be loyal to the man who won Stage 5 of the Denmark Tour. William Bloom-Levy, you're going to stay at Uno X, my man. 1 point on the dossier. There you go. Let's get this deal done. I think 2 years is probably good for me. Let's hope 2.5 is enough. William Bloom-Levy is staying at Uno X. I feel bad. I mean, Søjberg Pedersen is so talented as well, but I just don't think there's room for him in this team right now. We're definitely going to keep an eye on him in the future of this save, and I'm pretty sure at some point in this career he'll be a member of Uno X. And next up, guys, I'm excited about this one. We have the Lidl-Deutschland Tour, a 5-day .pro stage race, starting off with a 3.6 kilometer time trial. 2 stages said to be for the sprinters are next, but stage 3 does look quite hilly in the finale. Then it's the big GC day with a mountaintop finish before the race concludes with a hilly one into Stuttgart. And I'm buzzing because I think we have our strongest lineup for any race so far this season, because we have Alex Kristoff here for the sprints. Tord Gudmestad and Marcus Houlegaard will be his 2 lead out men. And then of course we have Tobias Holland Johannesson, who is our GC leader. His brother comes along with Adney Holter as well to be a domestique. And Johannesson does make it onto the favourite screen today, but Matthias Vacek of Lidl-Trek is the favourite today. It's not the strongest start list, but Lidl-Trek, as you would expect, probably the strongest team here with Patrick Conrad, Verona and Vacek. Maxi Schachmann, a rider to look out for, as well as, of course, Matthew Riccatello in the GC. Probably the best pure climber here. Looks like Lidl-Trek are going to get a 1-2 here as well, because Vacek, the pre-stage favourite coming to the line, he demolishes the best time so far, 12 seconds. Anyway, it's time for Tobias. He starts his TT. Schachmann comes through in 3rd. Anyway, for Tobias, this is going to be all about limiting the damage to the other good climbers in the race, maybe taking time on the likes of Riccatello as well, who comes through 48 seconds down. And now Tobias kicks to the finish line, and we're just about inside the top 20, 24 seconds down. Pretty average start. 24 seconds is our gap to make up to Vacek. That's fine, we're still in there for the GC. We didn't expect to do anything more today. Stage 2 then, and definitely the best chance for the sprinters at this race, and our man Alex Kristoff is the day's favourite. Damn, Rembe Pro Cycling are at this race. Let's hope they have a capable manager on this occasion. Anyway, we're relaying at the front with Anders. Kristoff on a -1 day. Would have hoped for more, but hopefully it's enough to get the win. Emilian Genier is tempoing on the front. He is working. I was sure he was Total's leader today. Very good sprinter, can get over the hills as well. And yeah, not quite sure what Total are playing at here. 21k to go then. Here is the hardest effort left on today's stage. Adney Holter trying to make it difficult. We have Kristoff in a pretty good position. He can stay to the front. Johannesson as well positioned here. Let's try and make this difficult. But Adney Holter is going away solo. Okay, well that only means the other teams are going to have to tempo him down. And off the front, Adney Holter goes. Not what I was trying to do, but we're going to roll with it. So of course Holter is going to be brought in here, but I wonder if there's going to be any gaps created on this descent. Nope, we're going to have a pretty straightforward sprint finish. Johannesson then is pitched up on the wheel of Matthias Vacek, and on the right hand side of the road Marcus Houlegaard trying to come to the front, but Tord Gudmestad is blocked off a little bit, and Houlegaard is now blocked off by Alex Kirsch and Carlos Verona. Let's try and come through on this right hand side now, maybe up it to 99 into this descent. We have a Tudor sprinter here, it's Meyerhofer, and we're not in a good position. Houlegaard tries to go early, so does Gudmestad. Kristoff on the wheel of his teammate, and we're going to go very early here into the finish. Kristoff going for the line. Can he resist all the way? I think Alex Kristoff is going to, and we win stage 2 of the Lidl-Deutschland Tour. Let's go. Not quite sure what to say. That was exactly how we drew it up. Perfect execution. Kristoff gets his win. Tesson was second for Total. That was clearly their plan. Still think Genier would have been a better option. And Johannesson in the top 10. A perfect day. That victory right there was Alex Kristoff's 7th victory of his season in 67 race days, which now takes him to 98 in his illustrious career. I just wonder, maybe not this episode, but next episode, we are aiming for that big 100 victories for Alex Kristoff, and what a milestone that would be. The man is in his fitness peak as well. He is on fire. So I hope he can get over the hills here today and maybe make it 99. So an easily controllable breakaway of 3 riders is up the road. Johannesson will tempo, and another minus day for Kristoff, but I'm determined to get him that win. Okay, this is interesting because we have just had attacks. Lidl-Trek have gone up the road. Total have gone up the road with Emilian Genier Genier and Patrick Eddy as well. So 3 of the biggest teams here. Red Bull instantly control. We're here with Johannesson as well, trying to control this attack. But now as we enter the final hilly section, that group have been caught. Few hills to come. Johannesson tempoing on the front. We have Houlegaard here as well to help him out, and we're going to try and make this difficult with Kristoff in a fantastic position here. 8k to go then. We've really stretched things out, but Houlegaard is now done for the day. It's up to Holter, Gudmestad and Kristoff. Johannesson is positioned again on the wheel of Matthias Vacek. Worked for him last time, so Anthony Holter, a good climber. He's a better climber than Gudmestad and Kristoff, and he is pressing on over the top here, and we're in just the perfect position. Maybe not with Tudor and Meyerhofer in a slightly better place, but now Holter, let's zoom out a little bit, can go up to 99. 2.5k to go. Meyerhofer in a great position. So is Kristoff. Gudmestad kicks with Kristoff on the wheel and under the Flamme Rouge. We've gone early here. Kristoff kicks all the way to the line. Can we hold on? Can we come back? Or is it going to be Marius Meyerhofer denying Alex Kristoff today? It's second place and it's not victory 99 just yet. Not quite today, and I have to say I think that minus race day probably cost Kristoff the victory. Anyway, we do at least go into the lead of the points classification. Before heading into the next big GC day at the Deutschland Tour, I do want to take a quick look at the planner and focus on Tobias, because I wasn't planning to ride the Deutschland Tour with him. Kind of a last minute decision. I just think such a great opportunity to win a .pro category race here. He will then be heading to Montreal and Quebec. He won't be riding the European Championships, and then he is all in to win Il Lombardia to finish off the season. And what a way that would be to wrap up our first season with our first monument. GC day is here then at the Deutschland Tour, and I want to win the race on today's stage, but Matthew Riccitello, he's probably the best pure climber here, and I am worried about this man. And we get an absolutely scrumptious set of race day conditions, including a +1 on Tobias. Would have loved that +3 yesterday, Kristoff, not gonna lie. Anyway, we're going to control on the front, help out Lidl-Trek with that. So the other teams actually closed the breakaway already, which does mean we have some intermediate sprint points available for Kristoff here. We may as well kick off the front. No one tries to follow actually, and Kristoff is going to mop up an easy 5 points, which will help him secure this jersey. And it's Israel Premier Tech on the front early on this climb, although they pull over here and now Lidl-Trek take over. Vacek, by the way, he's such a strong rider, only 70 mountain, but I fear if he could be a threat for today's stage, we need to be wary of him as well as Riccitello. Okay, the tempo here is picking up a little bit. I've been happy just to sit in this group so far with Tobias and the rest of our guys. It's now Q36 coming to the front. Very interesting. Just 3k to go now, and Marcus Houlegaard still looking very strong indeed. Him and Tobias are definitely our 2 protected leaders today. Anyway, 2.5k to go. Let's move up because Riccitello is just ahead of us. Conrad and Vacek as well. Okay, Anders Johannesson is now done for the day, and Tobias can get in the wheel of Marcus Houlegaard. This looks like it's going to be a pretty heavy group coming to the line, and maybe a reduced sprint. Anyway, Houlegaard kicks, Tobias up the road as well, now tries to come round, but Riccitello is the man. He's not going to outsprint us, is he? No, he is not. And Tobias Harlan Johannesson wins stage 4 of the Deutschland Tour. Let's go, buzzing with that one. I played that so patiently. I wanted to try and attack, but I knew Johannesson should at least have Riccitello on the sprint, and he did in the end. What a ride by Fabio Christen, by the way. 66 mountain, proving that other stats were important today. Houlegaard too, 68. He had a great day, and he is still there in the GC, which looks like this. 8 seconds to Fabio Christen with 1 stage to go. Houlegaard just off the podium, but it's all about trying to hold on with Tobias. Kristoff does need to be aware of Christen in that points jersey, and you can see we also are second in the team and first in young riders, of course. Stage 5 then, and a hilly finale into Stuttgart. We have 2 of the top 3 pre-stage favourites. Let's turn that into a victory. A breakaway has gone then, 166k still to go, but we have allowed 10 riders into this move, and it's not like we can let them ride up the road because riders at 2 and 3 minutes who could be a threat to Tobias's GC. So we need to control this. And of course, our key rivals today, we have Maxi Shackman, who's at 12 seconds in the GC. I can't really see Matthew Ricciardello being a threat anymore. He lost too much time in that prologue, but Freddie Wandal, so Red Bull have two options, and Fabio Kristen of Q36. You can see them lining up on the front behind Gudmestad, so he must be feeling good today, and he is the man we need to keep an eye on. So Houdegaard has grabbed the wheel of Kristen, the guy we need to look out for. Let's try and stay there in this descent, really try and annoy him. All right then, here we go onto the climb for a final time. Fabio Kristen, some way behind Johannesson on the road for now, but let's look out, and there are the breakaway, and I think they are going to be caught here. Kristoff doing a great job of surviving on the wheel of Marcus Houdegaard. Let's try and lead him out to victory. Oh my word, Little Trek have lost the wheel. They have lost the wheel, and surely this is going to be a slam dunk victory for us. Uno X have ridden everyone off the wheel, and Alex Kristoff is going to now attack into this descent. Houdegaard, you can follow this guy, doesn't matter, and we're gonna hopefully have a beautiful 1-2. Johannesson and Kristoff flying down this descent. Kristoff don't even need to push it anymore. This is a beautiful day for Uno X, because Alex Kristoff is going to secure victory 99 in his career, and Johannesson wins the Deutschland Tour. What a day. My oh my, we absolutely obliterated the competition at this race, and what a way to round it up. Kristoff with victory 99 in his career, and he will be going for 100 in the next episode. Tobias as well, winning the GC comfortably in the end. We win the points jersey 1-2. Rembe win a jersey. Okay, not quite the perfect race, but apart from that, it's pretty much a clean sweep. 99 victories. That is going to look absolutely beautiful when it hits 100. I've headed forward a couple of days and the rankings have updated, and Tobias Holland Johannesson is now the 16th best rider in the world according to these rankings. He is doing a wonderful job of leading our team. Guys, literally anything can happen in this save, because Tadej Pogačar has been defeated by no other than Wilco Kelderman, who has won his first World Tour race at the Britannia Classic. What a result. Anyway, hope you enjoyed today's episode, guys. Make sure you hit like down below if you did. Subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. We're slowly heading towards that 5k mark, which will be a big milestone for me. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one.